What's up? This is Jad T. Jones, and we are about to kill the boy that is inside of you and awaken once and for all the dominant warrior man that you were meant to be. If you have skipped any of my videos or my newsletters, this is the one to watch. If you don't listen to anything else I ever say, this video is the one that you want to listen to and watch, because what I'm about to tell you is going to determine the direction of the rest of your life with women and with success in general. In this video, we're going to be talking about decisions. What does it mean to make a decision? What are the consequences of your decisions, and how does that determine so many other factors in the rest of your life? We're going to talk about challenges. A lot of you guys are indecisive and change your minds a lot, or take too long to make a decision. And you also try to take the easy route and you avoid challenges. If those two things resonate with you, if you're indecisive and you tend to avoid challenges, then you really need to watch this video, because I'm going to show you how becoming decisive and attacking your challenges is what makes you a charming, charismatic, full-grown, powerful man, and how that man is incredibly attractive to women. And finally, we're going to explore how you can become decisive, feel good moving towards challenges, and then use the power of a mastermind to get people around you to help you so that you elevate yourself to success with a lot less effort that you would have to do if you're going at it alone. So let's get started. Alright, so to begin my explanation, you need to understand one fundamental thing. When studying successful people, it is a common denominator that a successful man is someone who makes decisions quickly and changes those decisions very slowly, if ever. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. If you want to be a success in life, you have to come to decisions quickly and then not change your mind. Or if you do change your mind, you take a very long time to change your mind. Now, what the general population does is the exact opposite. They're very indecisive, and if they do make a decision, it takes them a long time before they finally decide to do something. And then even then, when they make that decision, it's still kind of shaky and they're still back and forth. Like they decide to go to the gym, but then they don't really go, but then they try to go and then they don't. And it's like, so that's not actually really a decision. You're still in indecision when you do that. So just for the foundation of this training, you need to understand that in order to be successful, you have to become decisive, make decisions quickly, and not change them or change them very slowly. All right, let's move on. Alright, so as I said in the beginning of this video, being decisive is going to determine the rest of your life, because your life is made out of thousands and millions of decisions that you make on a daily basis. So this is the foundation for all your success in life and with women. If you don't get this piece, you're going to miss everything else. You can go and take all the courses, watch all the videos, read all the blog posts or newsletters, but you are not going to succeed if you don't get this thing about decision locked down. So I want you to really get this. So if we're talking about decision, it's really important that we understand, what does it mean? What does the word mean? What does decide mean? Well, the Latin word, it comes from the Latin word to cut off. Okay, so when you decide to do something, you are cutting off all other options. So there's a story where there was a ship full of warriors, and then the captain, and they're going to this remote island where they're going to take over another country. And of course, the people that they were going up against, there were a lot more people than the people on the ship, right? So what the general ordered the guys to do is that they came on shore, and then he ordered them to burn all their ships. And then he said to the men, "You see those burning ships over there? That was our only way to get back home, and now they're gone. So if you ever want to see your family again and your home again, you have to win this battle or die." That's a decision. They cut off all other possibilities. Win or die. That's what it takes. They didn't keep the boats there in case they lost and they had to run away, because if they did that, the general knew that they would have lost, because they wouldn't be fully committed. They wouldn't have made a decision. They wouldn't have cut off the option to fail. If you want to be successful in life, if you want to be successful with women, you have to cut off the option to fail. Failure is not an option. Another way to say that means I am willing to do whatever it takes to get this part of my life handled. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'm willing to fall down 1,000 times, brush myself off, get back up, and try one more time. Because I am determined. I have made a decision. I have cut off the possibility of ever quitting, of ever giving up. I will get what I want. I will get this because I have decided to. That is a decision. You feel the power behind that? You feel the definiteness behind that? There's no way out. There's no like, oh, maybe try. There's no try. This is gonna happen, goddammit. All right, I'm making this happen. That's it. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Bring it on. You guys are all worried about challenge. Oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? You're avoiding challenge. Let me tell you something about challenge. Challenge is what makes a man beautiful, what makes a man charming, what makes a man charismatic. Take the picture of Braveheart from the movie Braveheart. Look at him. He looks dignified. He looks so charming. He looks so powerful. Why? Because he ran towards challenges. Every challenge you run to makes you stronger. It helps you express your soul. Your true soul comes out. Your true character comes out. Another movie is Gladiator. Look at Gladiator and Braveheart side by side. Look at those men. Look how attractive they are. Why? Because they run towards challenges. They decided in their mind to win or die. And when you move towards challenges, when you're decisive in life, you get what you want. When you're decisive in life, you move into your power. When you're decisive in life, you feel so good. When you're decisive in life, you become a man. A man attacks challenges. A man asks for challenges. A man runs towards challenges. A little boy avoids challenges. A little boy is indecisive. A little boy tries to sneak around. And a little boy is not charming, is not charismatic, and is not this amazing symbol to look at. So I want to ask you right now, have you had enough of being a little boy? Have you had enough of being indecisive and weak and hiding and avoiding challenges and running away from life and trying to cheat and waiting for luck to come to your side to give you what you want? Are you ready to make a change? Are you ready to transform yourself? Because I tell you this, a man who runs towards his challenges, a man who cuts off all options of failure and decides he's going to win and do whatever it takes to get his life handled with women, that man literally transforms. His voice transforms, his body language. People look at him and they say, wow, he looks different. He looks so much sexier, so much more charming, so much more powerful, charismatic. What's going on with that guy? That guy made a decision to take what he wants in life. He made a decision that failure is not an option. He made a decision to make life give him what he demands of it. You see, life will give you anything you ask of it. You see, here's the thing with life. If you go through life like a beggar and just ask for a little bit, life will be like, okay, here you go, here's a little bit. But if you stand up and decide and run towards your challenges and say, no, I want everything. I want to live in wealth. I want all the women that I can handle. I want the most beautiful women. I want the woman of my dreams. And when you stand in that decision, when you cut off all other possibilities, then life is going to do two things. First, life's going to test you. It's going to test you to say, oh, are you serious? Have you really made this decision? Are you really willing to do whatever it takes to get what you want? Okay, I'm life. I'm going to start throwing challenges at you. All right? So you're going to start going out. You're going to start talking to girls because you made that decision that you're going to get this handled. You're going to work hard. You're going to go out and you're going to flirt with girls and talk to girls and do whatever it takes and practice. Right? But you're not going to get what you want every time. Maybe you go out 10 times. Out of the 10 times, one time you meet a girl and it goes well. The other 10 times you get shot down. You keep falling down, getting back up, falling down, getting back up. What's the difference between a man who's good with women and a man who sucks? The man who's good with women did not give up. He kept brushing himself off, getting up, and moving forward. Because he decided, I am not going to give in to life. Life is going to give in to me. Will Smith says that the universe is like water. It does not like resistance. So when you're moving through it, it moves out of your way. It forms out of your way. So you want to be that strong like an arrow. A man is like an arrow. Just picture an arrow like flying through the air. Nothing stops it. It's going straight. It's going fast. It's splitting the wind. That's what you got to be. That's what a man is. A decision is an arrow shooting forward towards the goal, towards the challenge. An indecisive man is going like this and around and avoiding challenges, all right? That's a boy. So if you want to take it symbolically, all these zigzags and curves is like a boy. Arrow straight to the fucking goal. Not stopping at anything. That's a man. All right, next I want to tell you how a decision affects your physiology and your emotions and the way you feel. All right, so here's the thing. Humans are only happy when they are in control of their lives. You are only happy when you are in control of your life. For example, why are some people so miserable at their jobs? It's because they are out of control. Someone else is controlling them, and that frustrates the hell out of us, right? So the foundation of happiness is to be in control of your life. Now, what does a decision do? A decision takes you from being reactive to life, where you're like, I hope this girl likes me. I hope I get a girlfriend. You're asking. You're kind of like a beggar in life, right? Whereas if you're decisive, you're like, no, I'm taking control of my reality. I'm taking control of my life. I don't care if I have to go and talk to 3,000 girls. I'm going to find the woman of my dreams. I'm going to get this handled. I'm going to get this skill up to the level that I want to be at. And that's it. So now you're in control. Control equals happiness. So a decision is control equals happiness. So the more decisive you are, the happier of a person you are. So you see, everyone's so scared to make decisions. Know this, my friend. Know this. Every time you make a decision, boom, you're putting yourself in control, boom, making yourself a little happier. Means a decision is happiness. The more decisions you make, the happier you become. It does not have anything to do with the outcome at all. Listen to that. Listen to how huge that is. Because we're so goddamn invested in the outcome. What is she gonna say? What's gonna happen? Is she gonna like me? Is this gonna work? Fuck that, man. Doesn't matter. All that matters is the action. When you make a decision, you're in control of your life. When you're in control of your life, you feel good and you're happy. So the second you become a decisive man, at that second, you are victorious. It is your victory. You have won. And everything that follows is just a bonus. And it becomes inevitable when you're decisive and moving towards your challenges. You have to get what you want. It is inevitable. The world will always give it to you. It's proven time and time again. Ask anyone. Study all the success books. Study all the successful people. He who decides and moves towards challenges gets what he wants. And that's it. Period. So I just wanted to tell you the physiology about this. Because next time you feel scared to make a decision, and you're scared, like, what if I make this decision and it's the wrong choice? Well, guess what? You make the decision, you're in control of your life, you feel good, you get an outcome. Is it the one you want? Great. If not, fine. What worked? What did I do right? What didn't work? And then adjust your approach accordingly and then just do it again. When you're indecisive, you are by definition out of control. And when you're out of control, by definition, you are unable to be happy. So the more time you spend being indecisive and not making a decision to get this part of your life handled, or to do, or to challenge yourself, or to make that move, or to go talk to that girl, indecision is negativity. We are vibrations, right? We're either positive or negative vibrations. We're vibrating. The whole universe is all just atoms vibrating. So you're either in a positive vibration or a negative vibration. Indecision is a negative vibration. If you look at science, I don't know the exact numbers, but as a positive vibration is hundreds or 1,000 times more powerful than a negative vibration. That means physically, physiology, in your body. If you are indecisive, you are filling your body with negative vibrations, which means you physically feel tired and weak And then, of course, you're going to feel disappointed and depressed. So the indecision is causing your depression, is causing the loss of motivation. If you feel like, I want to get this part of my life handled, but I'm not motivated. I can't get myself to do anything. I don't know why, right? It's because the indecision itself is what's robbing you of your passion, of your energy, physically. This is physical, this is real, can be measured scientifically. Whereas if you take the other mindset, whereas like, I don't know how this is gonna happen, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna make a decision right now, cut off all possibility of quitting and go towards my challenges. I know I'm probably not gonna get exactly what I want the first time I try, but god damn it, I'm gonna keep trying, I'm gonna keep practicing until I do. Why do we look at sports figures who go out and let's say, how many basketballs do you think a basketball player shoots, a pro basketball player shoots? How many hours practice? How many things did he have to sacrifice while growing up in college and university to get to the NBA level? Do you think he was out partying with his friends? Do you think he was smoking weed? Do you think he was drinking and chasing after girls and all that stuff and then finally became an NBA star? No, he paid a price. Everything's got a price. He made a decision. He cut off all the things that did not look like his vision. And then he kept the things that looked like the things that were going to lead him to the National Basketball Association to become an NBA All-Star or an NBA player, right? You can't have everything at once. You got to cut off. You got to choose. What do I want? And then what am I willing to give up? You can't have it all. You can't have one foot in and one foot out. Let me tell you this. You can never win while you're playing not to lose. I'll say it again. You can never win if you're playing not to lose. If you want to be good with women on this foot, but you don't want to get embarrassed, so you're on this foot, so you want to play it safe, and you're here and here, you know what? You're never going to be good with women, and you're going to be like this average, like gray in between, and so you're never going to be really happy, but you're never going to be really miserable because you kind of talk to women, but you don't really try that hard because you don't want to get embarrassed. But then inside, you're kind of a fraud because you know you're not trying your hardest, but you do try some. You see, we're living in an overpopulated world here. There's so much competition. If you want to get ahead in life, you got to stand up, be a man, make a decision, go for your challenges, and decide to never give up, and then you'll get what you want. Any other way is bullshit, and you won't get it. I'm being real with you. I'm being true because I care. Not many people are going to tell you this straight to your face. You need to become decisive in your life, or you're screwed, period. Now coming back to killing the boy must die. A man is only as good as his word. What is your word? Your word is your decision, your decisions. A man is only as good as his word means that you are only a man if you make decisions and stick to them. If you are an indecisive person, you are not a man. You are not someone to be respected. You are not someone that people count on. You are selfish. You are not there for others. You are a little boy, an immature little boy who is playing victim and who will never get abundance or the things he wants in life. So from now on, I want you to stand powerfully in the world. Stand up for who you are as a man. A man stands for something. What does he stand for? He stands for his word. He stands behind his word. You need to become a man of your word, and not only keep your word to other people, but most importantly, keep your word to yourself. If you say you're going to do something, do it. I don't care what your challenges are. Make sure it gets done. Make sure you keep your promises to yourself. Because every time you break a promise to yourself, your confidence goes down. Confidence is the reputation you have with yourself, so you need to protect it with your life. Failure is no longer an option for you. Decide that now. Giving up is no longer an option for you. Avoiding challenges is no longer an option for you. Hiding is no longer an option for you. Make those decisions and then honor them. It's time to let go of easy and start welcoming challenges to your life. Because challenges are what's going to make you beautiful, what's going to make you charming, what's going to make you into a real man and mold your character. From now on, ask yourself, what's the easy thing to do? And then do the opposite. Challenge yourself. And most importantly, the thing I want you to get out of this video is right now you're watching this video, you're on my website, you're listening to my advice, maybe some other guy's advice, going to YouTube and watching other videos about getting good with girls and stuff like that. You need to make a decision right here, right now. Remember, a decisive man makes a decision quickly and definitely means he doesn't change his mind after he's made that decision. So right now, are you going to decide to get this part of your life handled once and for all? Are you going to cut off all possibility of giving up, of failure? Failure is no longer an option. Are you going to make that decision? Are you going to stand in this world, stand for yourself and for those you care about and those who came before you? You're standing here because your ancestors stood up in this world and were strong and powerful, and someone in your bloodline stood with a sword and had to fight and kill someone in order to protect their families, in order for you to be here right now. So are you going to stand here as a man and take that and honor that and make a decision to become successful in life, to stop being a victim, to stop crying, stop acting like a spoiled little child, like an immature little boy, and finally graduate into manhood and take what you want from life? I greatly encourage you to. I greatly encourage you to make that decision right now.